we're going to get into it really quickly. I'm going to spend about 2 minutes on each step. I'm going to go from the least effective way to the most effective way. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, the first thing is eBay. Everybody talks about eBay, so I actually put it at number 5 on the list. Alright, but I'm actually going to give you a very good example of how it is that you can make money on eBay. Alright, so let's start. Now I'm actually on the Google product page here. You can actually find this at google.com/products. Alright, now what you can do is, I'm actually going to use a real neat example. I'm going to search here for this TV, Visual TV, real nice, and I'm actually seeing it here for $4.99. Okay, we're seeing the lowest price here. It's actually on Amazon for $4.99, and it says here that this one here is brand new. So we're gonna go to eBay. We do a search. I actually did a search already, and if you notice, the same TV here is for $6.29. Right? That means I can actually compete. So what I do is real simple. I actually buy this TV, and then when I actually have the TV in my possession, I go on eBay and I sell it back. That's it. Now, if this price here is $6.29, then it means that the best price to sell it back would be for, let's say, to compete with this guy and sell it back for, let's say, $500. A little bit over $500 to make $100. That's fine. We can do this with a lot of different products. It's not limited to electronics. You can pick any wide range of products. It really doesn't matter, okay? Alright, so that's eBay. That's a good example. You can try this out with any product that you want. That's from ebay.com. Alright, so let's go to number 4 on our list of top 5 things you can do to make money online. Okay, the second one is a little bit different. This is GoDaddy.com, and they actually sell domains. So that's the little thing here that you put in at the top. GoDaddy.com, that's a domain, right? So they actually sell them. So if you want to set up a website, then you go here, you buy a domain, let's say domain.com, and you set up your website on it. So when people type in domain.com, they get to your website. So here's what you do, right? They have domain auctions, okay? And these domain auctions, if you notice here, they have different website domain names that are available. And if you look, you can actually see the price that they're being sold for here. This one is for $9.95, and there's a reason they're actually being sold for this price, because it's premium. So what you do is you actually can purchase these domains, and remember now they're premium, so a lot of people are interested in it. And you see here they actually show the traffic count, 847. This one here is 20, and it shows you just to give you an idea of just how popular the domain is. What you simply do is you go on to GoDaddy.com, you sign up, and you buy it, and then who can guess what to do next? Yeah, you sell it back. When you sell it back, you just rinse and repeat the process. Rinse and repeat the process. Now, I said I'd always give you the example, and I'm actually going to give you an example right here. This one here, kabaririan.com, they actually show you, like I said, the amount of hits that goes to the website. Now, the selling price here, $9.95, is quite a bit of money, but if you spend $9.95, you can sell it back for $1,500 or $1,800, okay? Because it has a record here that GoDaddy.com tracks. Okay, so that's the second one. So that's number 4 on my list of top 5 things you can do to make money online. So let's go to the next one. Now, number 3 is elance.com. And elance.com is a freelance website. Alright, now how exactly does this work? Really, really simple. Elance, it would be short for, I guess it's another way for saying electronic freelance. And now we all know freelance is when you actually you aren't employed to a single employer. You work for many people, and so that's why it's called freelance, because you're not engaged, you're free. Okay, so what happens here is that I actually go to elance.com, I go to provide services, because I want to actually do something online that will actually make me money. So I look at, just let me see what exactly is it that I can do. What type of skill do I have, right? A lot of people have different skills. Some people may be web programming, design, and multimedia, admin and support, sales and marketing. Well, my skill is I actually can't do any of these things, right? But I can write. Okay, so I'm going to actually go to writing and translation, and I'm actually going to see here what's going on. So okay, it says they need a ghostwriter for firefighter motivational books. I'm actually going to go to that one right here, and I'm actually going to see what this is about exactly. All right, and most likely what it is a job description. Now it says here that the client is in the United States, and the budget is $500 to $1,000, which means that once I actually do what they're asking, they'll pay me $500, between $500 and $1,000. Okay, so this is actually number 3 on the list, and you can actually go through this elance.com. You can actually look at the type of job and see exactly what it is that they're offering. Okay, you have all the details here. Now that's actually number 3 on the list. So that's number 3 from the top 5 things you can actually do online to make money. All right, now we're actually going to go to number 2 on the list. Okay, now number 2 on the list is these guys here. They actually have offices in the US. They actually have their main office in Germany, however. They're liquiditygiants.com. Now this way is number 2 on the list, and it's pretty effective as well. What happens is that you go there. They actually are involved in real estate. They actually purchase real estate as a group. So you have, let's say, 100 people, and they put together like a group, and they actually purchase houses or businesses, and then they resell these houses or businesses, and they make a profit. When they make a profit, they actually pay this profit back to you. All right. So pretty much what they're doing is they're actually using a group buy strategy, and then they actually return profits after they sell it back. Now it's pretty easy to get with this, guys. All you do is you log on to the website, you go to their sign up information. I would suggest that you read through their frequently asked questions first, just to get an idea of what it is that they do, how it is that they work. Go through all their information. They are regulated. You can actually read up on their regulation information. I think that's to the side here. If you don't speak English, that's fine. They actually have language translators on their website, so it's not a problem. So they have pretty much every resource that you need to just get any information that you need. So the steps to get started here, they actually suggest the same thing. Read how their system works. Sign up. You get a fund manager assigned. It's really simple. Okay. All right. So that's our number 2 way on our list. Now, what's our number 1 way? This is actually the most, I'd say, the most reliable, the most risk-free, and the most lucrative way to make money online. And this is this site called businessesforsale.com. Pretty popular. They're very popular in the UK, and then secondly, their popularity would be across the US. Very simple. What you do here is that you simply buy businesses. Now there are just hundreds and thousands of businesses for sale across the US, and the UK, Spain, etc. So I go in here. Let's say I would purchase a business that I actually have some information in, some knowledge in. So let's say I like to drink a lot. I'd want my own bar, right? So what I do is I go to bars for sale. Okay. So when I go to bars for sale, they're going to give me a list of several different bars that are across the, like I said, the United States, and I can actually select which country it is that I want. Let's say I'm living in Canada. Then I can actually select that I want a bar that's based in Canada. Okay, so I'm seeing here a list of bars. Okay, let's select a different country. Let's say that I actually live in, let's say actually live in yeah, let's say the US. Okay, so we have the US right here, and this one here is a bar that's being sold in New York. This is in Brooklyn, and you notice they actually go through the details here of what the bar is about, just what the business description is about, and so on. So that's our top number 1 way. You can actually contact me if you need some more information, and feel free to look out for more videos. Okay, thanks for listening, and that's our top 5 ways to make some serious money online. Okay, bye bye.